So finally, I do think that I'm live. So in this live, I'm gonna talk about something really important that's going on right now. So we are gonna talk about Pariksha Pe Charcha, guys. That's the theme of this live stream. So whatever going on right now in the whole social media, it's one of the worst thing that could happen right now. What I'm trying to say, it's not about the protest, it's not about CJP, it's about news channels, it's about what we are getting, the reality of the protest, what is going on, what actually happening, what protesters are suffering during the protest at Jantar Mantar at Delhi. Samdish, unfiltered by Samdish, shows the video and he got really views in millions. It's not about just views, it's about the real face, real thing that's happening right now at the protest. People, how they are suffering, how they're being treated by the government, by the officers that are there right now. That's the worst. And now I've been on X right now, and these protests are showing all over, man. There are creators like K2 Create, and a lot of uh, creators are going and being a participative and very much participative and very much, giving their whole support to the students. That's one of the best part right now. One of the worst part is the news channel. They're not showing the reality, how the students, how the protesters are being treated right now during the protest. It's one of the worst part, and one of the worst part in how the, like, how female protesters are also being treated right now. That's also the worst part. And उससे भी ज़्यादा, like, I don't have words right now, but our news channels, our news media are not even showing those things, are not showing the part of protesters, how they're being felt, how they're suffering right now. From the government, from the officers are there at the on ground. It's one of the worst part that they're not showing the whole thing. They're showing just a limited thing for just TRP and yeah, for TRP, man. Our creators, social media, this social media is really helping us. And one of the worst part right now, the power of the social media is not in our hand. This YouTube, this X gonna be shut down by the government if this protest gone violent and become more and more viral and getting more and more violent. The figure of speech, the speech we are having right now, it's gonna be blocked by the government. That's one of the important part right now. News channels are not, that our Indian news channel are not even showing the whole part. They're showing the part that government wants to picturize, that government wants to people to know. Social media is right now the only key that helping us to know the reality, what's going on the protest, what's happening right now. Without this social media, we are nothing right now in this protest. And that's one of the worst part. If this happen now, this protest gonna be gone, like this protests are gonna be going on next level. We have to take this at next level right now. One of the thing is, my friend also suffered the same thing. 2 years back, he spent 2 years of his life, 2 years, to prepare for NEET. But once again, twice this happened, that the paper got leaked. He didn't even get a chance to qualify for the exam, sit in the exam. He didn't even get a chance to sit. And now, right now, he's out of India and pursuing his MBBS. It's not about, he was having, this was the last resort he was having, but he was having the high hopes to do MBBS in India. But he didn't even get a chance to sit in the exam, man, because of the paper leak. And that's our NTA and all that thing. And in this Pariksha Pe Charcha, guys, we are gonna talk about all that CJB thing, all the protests going on. We are full in support to that thing, but right now it's the main thing I'm gonna talk. As I talk once again, it's about the social media right now. If this thing escalates more in like violently, it could be it could shut the figure of speech right now, which is this mobile, the internet. At the Jantar Mantar, the news was there that they have the jammers that are stopping getting the network signals. So they are also having the power to stop the social media. That's right now the whole figure of speech right now. The whole figure of speech right now is this social media. If this stop, there's no way to contact to anyone, there's no way to get to know what's happening there. And right now in this time at this protest, that's our figure of speech. Why I'm just trying to say once again and again, because it is it is right now the only way to communicate. you know there are other ways like news channel. They're not trustworthy, man. We are getting the real things from our creators, our YouTubers. And glad, really, we are glad, we are really, I would say we are blessed to have those YouTubers who are going on ground and showing the reality. Those news channels are not going to be go there and show the reality, how students are being treated, how both men and women are being treated at the protest by the forces. I mean, one of the worst part, I don't even understand that they are students. They don't even have a gun, man. They don't even have a proper stick in their hand to fight. And the forces are literally doing everything: tear gas, lathi charge, and a lot of thing, man. How a student can go that much far, bro? What the fuck? Right now the protest isn't violent from the students, isn't from the protesters, as we all know. Right now the leader of opposition and the whole opposition are in our support. It's not a problem, but first of all we need to get ensure that our freedom of speech shouldn't be blocked while during this protest. This thing should also ensure. That's I'm trying to say. I mean, this figure of speech, we discuss, we see things. I've been getting all the updates from this, my figure of speech. You are seeing my live, my video through a figure of speech, which is internet, man. The fucking internet. We really need this thing right now. And we also need to ensure that during this protest, this thing shouldn't be taken away from us. Same thing gonna be happen if this happened right now. That happened in Myanmar, in Burma, because of the social media. This thing not gonna be there. But this is the our own figure of speech. We need to take care of it. This thing shouldn't be blocked by the government. If this happen, a lot of things not gonna work out well. A lot of things. You know, I've been seeing creators, I've been seeing people making reels, Instagram reels and shorts and videos in a meme way, in a talkative story way. That's their way to protest against the government. And that's literally amazing. Yeah, that's actually amazing. You know, I've been thinking, I've been trying to avoid this thing, but I have to say, I've been also gone through that thing. Still a part of it. My friend who suffers the most, the worst, he's not even there with me right now. He's out of the country. He suffered that thing. He knows the reality, and that's why he went out of India to pursue his MBBS. And I don't want that thing that happens to these students right now who are currently applying for NEET. It's not just about NEET anymore. One of the main thing, it's not just about NEET exam anymore. It's about every students who have been trying for their exams at every field. From last 2 days, I've been thinking about what should I say. But bro, that's a way to protest. I have to say something. I have to speak up, man. I know there's nobody watching this live, but the thing is, I have to speak up on this thing. I've been a part of it, I've been suffered, but right now, whatever happening right now, it's also the worst thing if I don't speak the reality. Right now, our reality is the internet. It shouldn't be blocked. The jammer shouldn't be there. That's one of the worst part. And right now, it's social media. Once again, I'm just trying to say, whatever we are trying to contact, we are getting updates of Sonam Wangchuk, the BG, then all the CJP protesters, leaders from opposition to CGP to current government. They are getting on social media. It shouldn't be blocked by the government, and they would say in their news channels that it's gonna help them to calm the protest. And we can't even trust the our Indian media. No, we can't, because government wants them to portray themselves as a superior and CGB as their maybe enemy. I think you got what I'm just trying to say. One of the important things right now. And other thing, I have to say something. It's about the women protesters and the things happening for the women. I mean, that's also the worst part. Especially, it's not just that the way they were treated by the forces is one of the worst way. That's why Delhi isn't safe from the protectors as well. The way they are treating, the way forces are treating. Now it's let's back to the men. Nobody is safe, man. Nobody. The way normal protesters, students are being treated. I mean, that's not the way. That's actually not the way.